Hi, I'm Aimie Mallon from the BIMM, and these are my 5 staples of the Dublin music scene. Hello, here we are in our first stop on our tour of Dublin. It's Whelans, been here since before I was born. It's a really cool place to go to, and I think it has sentimental value for a lot of musicians starting off in the music scene in Ireland. So here we are at Whelans. I think Whelans has a sort of sentimental value for a lot of musicians in Dublin, because any musician I know will have said, you know, all their first bands over the years will have played here, the first few gigs in this room, which is about 180 capacity. So it's just like holds a really, really important role for musicians in Dublin and Ireland. So downstairs is 450 capacity, so it's sort of like the perfect next step up the ladder. That's the way I did it with my band. This was like our first venue here for putting on our headline show, and then the next venue was downstairs. Whelans has been around for a very long time, so I think for all the generations before us in Ireland will probably know about Whelans as well. But also as well, like all the staff that work in Whelans are just like so sound. I used to do DJ gigs in here, and it just is like a little family or something. More than anything, what Whelans provides for Dublin is this sort of warm, cosy, go in for like a nice pint sort of atmosphere. But you get a bit of everything as well. There's like comedy here. One night you could see sort of an electronic act upstairs, and then the next night there could be a country western musician from America or something. I also think it's like really important for venues to be constantly trying to improve themselves, because at the moment in Dublin we're having a bit of a crisis with new hotels and all that sort of stuff going up. So to see venues like really trying to like push themselves as a company and make things better for their customers is really exciting. Here we are at Music Maker, our next stop on the tour. It's been around since 1981, so it's got loads of heritage in the music scene in Dublin. Hopefully I'll be able to grab a pair of sticks while we're in here. There's 3 floors. On the bottom one is the drum gin. Then the ground floor is all your techie stuff. And then upstairs is all your guitars and your bass. I've been here pretty regularly, just always like last minute when you're coming in for a gig and you've got broken sticks after rehearsal or something, just coming in, being able to chat to all the lads about, you know, what's the latest gear, or is there anything you should think about when you're putting new skins on the kit. It's just like staff are like super friendly. Whenever you come in, you're almost guaranteed to meet somebody you know. You probably need 20 minutes for the extra chat as well while you're here. Music Maker also put on like really cool events, like 21 drummers and different sort of drum clinics and guitar clinics and stuff for your nerdy musician needs. It's really important for us to have music shops, I think, in Dublin, because just with the rise of the internet and all that, I feel like a lot of music shops are probably dying in different areas. I feel like Music Maker has just been a really important place for the music scene, and there's a couple of music shops that really stand out, but I feel like for drums especially, that Music Maker has just got such a wide variety of different kits and percussion. I think it's really important to be able to come in and just actually sample the kits and stuff instead of just always buying everything online. Next stop, Yamamori Izakaya. Izakaya is a place that you can just always come. It's open 7 days a week, and it's a great place for a dance at the end of a night. Yamamori is a Japanese food restaurant in Dublin, and the food is absolutely incredible. I've eaten in both of the restaurants a few times, but they also do really cool club nights in both of them as well. You've got Yamamori Tengu over across the Liffey, and then you've got Yamamori Izakaya here, and both of them are equally sort of as cool and vibey. I think you could expect something that almost doesn't feel like it's Dublin, even though it is in the centre of Dublin. There's a real Asian sort of vibe about it, but I suppose that's because it's connected to Yamamori, the restaurant. It feels like slightly outside of what your typical Dublin nightclub would be. Yeah, it's always a good crowd, even though it's got a sort of underground club feel to it on a night out. It's not full of like real messy sort of people. Like everybody is just sound and really good crack. And the cocktails as well are unbelievable. Espresso martinis are good. be honest, like speaking from the bottom of my heart here, I think it's really important for Dublin to have just real underground, dirty, sweaty nightclubs that you're going to end up in until all hours of the morning. I think it's really important for club scene and for DJs as well. So this has been always like a place that for all big occasions, even my birthday the last time I ended up here, it's just great to come and have a dance. Here we are at Yamamori Tengu. This place is one of my favourite spots, and the monthly club night Lumo is definitely a must. Tengu, another amazing venue connected to the Yamamori restaurant, does class sushi. There's 2 floors. There was one time I was actually DJing upstairs, and it was so loud downstairs that I could actually feel the pulse from the kick on my feet, which made it a little bit difficult to DJ, but it's a great spot for loads of different club nights, and there's regular monthly ones that people are really dedicated to coming to. There's a regular monthly club night called Lumo, which is hosted by Niall O'Neill, Gavin Elstead and Simon Roche. And basically it's just a place where people can come and just get like real silly. You could be 1 minute playing something like Caribou or Daphne, and then the next minute like ABBA's on and everybody's going mental. So it's just a place where there's no judgment and people aren't trying to be too cool. And it's also a good spot for industry as well. Like a lot of people would just come here for their nights out, so it's a good spot if you want to network and stuff. If you end up coming to a night like Lumo, you're probably going to meet like a really like open, just really nice crowd that people are really accepting of you no matter what type of person you are. And then other nights as well, it's more of a head down sort of dark techno vibe, so it sort of depends on what night you end up here. Eve, they're a DJ collective. They put on fantastic nights here, and they're really good DJs themselves as well, so I definitely recommend coming to one of their nights. We're here at our last stop in Jam Park. It's a little bit outside Dublin, but I do think it's what we're coming to. District 8, they're after closing in the centre of town, but now they're out here and it's been our new club night, so very excited for this place. Well, here we are in our last venue, Jam Park out in Swords. It's a half an hour out of the city, but it's well worth coming out. This is actually my first time out here. District 8 used to be a promotional company that were in Dublin City up near BIMM, but now they've closed down because there's going to be a hotel where the venue used to be. So Jam Park is taking its place. I'm absolutely buzzing as I am for this new venue because it looks unreal. District 8 are definitely one of my favourite promoters in Dublin. What they've created on the Dublin music scene is just unbelievable, to be honest, because it's a small city and I think we need people that are going to like push techno in a place where it wouldn't usually be. So it is exciting when one place closes down and then you have another place like this opening up. It's like really exciting stuff. Not only is this a deadly venue, but there's actually loads of class other rooms upstairs. There's karaoke, ping pong, arcade games and board games as well. And the biggest disco ball ever. So I'm actually coming here in October, I think the gig is in, but there's a night that Ben Clock is putting on called Photon, which is usually in the UK, so it's exciting that it's coming to Ireland for the first time. This is definitely going to be the hottest place around now very soon. They're my 5 staples. Thanks so much for watching. If you're creative or if you're thinking of being creative, definitely Dublin is worth going to. The music scene in Dublin is super exciting at the moment. You've got every type of genre, and I think it's come a long way from people thinking that Ireland is just about trad and rock. I definitely recommend coming and checking out the places that we looked at today. For such a small city, it's got a lot to offer. Dublin's great crack. Thank you.